Bold Dreams, founded in 1938. From our roots at the Austin Baby Beef Show, 16 head of the old Capitol grounds, to one of the nation's top stock shows, and a world-class pro rodeo. Texas was, is, and forever will be cattle, cowboys, and cowgirls. This is Bucking Bronx. This is Big Dreams. Is Rodeo Austin.
He said it right. That's exactly where you are at. Good evening, everyone. We welcome you to the Wednesday night edition. We are halfway home in this week, so I got a question for you. First of all, how many of you were born before 1965? Few of you. So I assume you know the Beach Boys, right? All right. Now, this is spring break. So how many of you do not have to work tomorrow? Wow. How many of you do have to work? Huh? How many of you don't have a job at all and never have to work? Are you up there? Okay. Well, now that we have learned a little bit about you, let me tell you a little bit about us. This is Rodeo Austin, and you are at one of the top 5 pro rodeos of the entire year, and that's out of a field of over 600 of them. We will be paying throughout the 15-day course of this event over $500,000 to pro cowboys. So that will tell you we have all of the big players here. We have all the ingredients for a great rodeo, and you make up a huge part of it. Thank you for being who you are and how you have always been in the past. You know, you're labeled the music capital of the world, but we've stretched that out a little with your permission. We think you are the entertainment capital of the world. So that being said, and I heard the report on all the quizzes a moment ago, so I know you have some energy up there. The contestants are back here making ready for their events. They're probably not paying any attention to us right now, but I know one thing. They know that whatever they're going to do tonight, they have to do alone. So let's let them know that you're going to help them, huh? One time, let's hear it for the contestants, okay? Just make as much noise as you can. Woo! My. You know what? I don't know why I even asked you to do that, because I knew you would do it on your own. Thank you so much. You know, before we start this contest tonight, we would like to ask the blessing of our Lord on our event, and we invite you to share the prayer with us. Before I begin the prayer tonight, I'd like to share a thought with you, however. You know, we have the luxury of living in a land where we can all pray together. Not everyone in the world has that. And you know why we do? Because of the dedication of our men and women in the military. Thank heavens they have done it. Dear Lord, tonight as we come before you, we do so with praise in our heart. We're here to thank you for your many, many blessings. Thank you for the gift of life, the gift of our families. Lord, while we have learned through your scripture that all things are possible through your grace, would you please bless our contestants, the animals, and certainly all of the people gathered for this event tonight. Lord, we thank you for being so understanding when we come to you with the troubles that we have on this road of life. We thank you for the shining light that you provide for this journey. And we thank you so much for your promise that living our life as you would have us will mean everlasting life with you. What a beautiful gift. Thank you, Lord, for all of those things. Thank you for your presence tonight. And most of all, for allowing us to pray in your name. Amen. Amen. Indeed, friends. Thank you for sharing that prayer with us tonight. You know, I just love the way that Americans come together as a common bond. And I've seen it happen so many times when we bring you this beautiful symbol. Now, watch the lights shine on that gate. Watch what's coming through that gate now. Is that not the prettiest sight you've seen today? How about our American flag? It is beautiful. That is our own Miss Rodeo Austin Princess presenting it for us tonight. You know, I love your cheers and the enthusiasm that I hear. But you know, so many of us do not realize that the instructions with that flag did not order us to receive it quietly. So what do you say we hear a little Texas pride for that beautiful American flag? Thank you so much for doing that. Traditionally, we celebrate the freedom it represents by the singing of our national anthem. We have a dear friend and a very talented young lady by the name of Megan King that has joined us in the arena tonight, and she will sing for us our own Star-Spangled Banner. Megan?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Megan. Oh, man. There is a good feeling in the house tonight. It is rodeo time.
It is Texas Mutual. Since 1991, they've been bringing it to you day in and day out. Check them out online at texasmutual.com. We're going to go right down to the buck and shoots for the Cowboys and the bareback riding. Austin, are you ready? As we kick it off tonight, Lane Lurchie, your first bareback rider from Smithville, Texas, and a great bucking horse called Up Your Alley. Now, for some of our first fans, and I know we've got some out there tonight, the more noise you make, the harder the Cowboys try. Now, they can hear you in that arena, and they feed off of what comes out of those grandstands. So don't be afraid to let your hair down. Now tonight, in every event you watch, 4 Cowboys or Cowgirls will advance onto the playoff system. We have a brand new format. We'll explain it to you coming up very shortly. There's a great bird's eye view from our camera crew of that bareback rigging. Now, 8 seconds is rule number 1. Little heart, little try, be there when the whistle sounds.
Good golly, Miss Miley.
Hey, hey. Oh, he is trying to get away. Thank the good Lord did so. He can hear you now. Go ahead and say hi if you want to. Man. Talk about a Wild West way. That's a 66-point ride. A little welcome to Camper Clinic 2. Proud to bring you all of our instant replays tonight. And two of the best ranch-raised cowboys anywhere in the world. Matt Scott and Shandon Stalls at the ready.
And Taylor Broussard, he comes from Louisiana. Garden Party, the name of the bucking horse. We have moved you right down to chute number 2. Now, this livestock brought to you by the strongest firm in our game, the famous Butler & Son Company. They are here. Amen. And the big horse forced him to come down with that free hand. That will cost you a disqualification right at that point. As I tell you about the famous Butler & Son Company, they are headquartered at Elk City, Oklahoma. And if you will look right over in front of chute number 6, the big man in the black hat, that is Benny Butler. Right in front of chute number 5 in the brown hat is his son, Rhett Butler. They are 5 generations deep in the game.
All right, let's do it with Justin Polemiller right now. Weatherford, Oklahoma cowboy, double dipping. The name of the bucking horse in that chute number 6 right now. This is a horse that's been selected for our show in Las Vegas, the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo. He's a great draw, but he's no day off. You stub your toe and he'll buck you off hard. Here we go.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
Feel it, baby.
Looking good. That's the kind of ride we were waiting for tonight. Let's get him back down onto the ground as our pro officials puts the scores together right now. And those 3 guys, it's up to them to decide where the $500,000 payoff of this rodeo will go to. Take a look. They liked it as much as you did. 79 to number 1. 79.
I like it. That's the way.
So we will go to Brody Cooper, Weatherford, Oklahoma. Star of this horse. Now again, the National Finals reference that Wayne gave you a moment ago will certainly follow the credentials of this bucking horse. And at that particular rodeo, they won money on him in the 2 appearances that the horse made. So that has to be encouraging for Brody. Right now, the leaderboard shows just 2 scores successful, and it's a 79-66. Let's try this one on. You know, to keep your feet up in the front end as they do in the bareback riding, and that is half of the score consideration. The way you ride the horse, the control that you use during that 8-second frame. 69 points for Cooper. He moves into second place. Now 4 of the men advance to our playoffs, which will begin next week.
We might have saved the best for last in our Cowboys bareback riding here tonight. The next cowboy, Evan Jane, is from Marseille, France. Yeah, he's a Frenchman cowboy. He's got a bucking horse called Alley Trail. This kid is ranked number 5 in the world today. That's big time right there. That's big time. When he nods, let's help him. Come on, Evan. Oh, yeah. Help him. Wow. We're going to give you a little look at it from Camper Clinic 2 on the replay. We've got good news and bad news. The good news is he was there for the full 8 seconds, okay? We saw that. Everybody saw that happen. The bad news is the mark-out rule is in effect. You got to have your feet above the shoulders the first jump out. He failed to do so. It's a no score for the French guy. Oh, darn it. Well, I know for sure these 3 are moving forward right into our playoff positions coming up next week. Ladies and gentlemen, that event is the hardest event on a cowboy's body that we have in the game. Do me a favor. How about giving all those guys one more shout out from the grandstands? They do a great job every night.
What a great audience you are tonight. And I would like you now officially to meet our royalty. Here's a pretty young lady that presented our American flag tonight. She is our reigning Miss Rodeo Austin Princess. This is Destiny Brown. Welcome, Destiny, and thank you for an amazing presentation of our flag. We are honored to also have Miss Rodeo Texas Teen. McKenna Green is visiting our rodeo tonight. Thanks for being here.
Boy, I'll tell you what, we are well represented all year long, and we're going to have a little something to play with a little later on in our performance tonight. The American Bank of Commerce has what's called the Ride of the Night, okay? A little later on in the performance, we're going to show you 3 rides from tonight's performance. Then you get to vote on which cowboy wins the ABC Bank Ride of the Night. It's coming up not very long from right now. Something special coming your way now.
I'm telling you, it is. You know, the mission, well, we'll be talking about it all night, of all of the volunteers that help present this great event each year. There are over 1,500 of them that serve the youth of Texas through Rodeo Austin. Now, these volunteers give unselfishly of their time and talents, and the Rodeo Austin staff is awarding the 13th annual Top Hand Award right here in the arena tonight. The individual that best embodies the volunteer spirit will be the recipient. I ask you to welcome not only Rodeo Austin CEO Bucky Lamb, but also other members of the Rodeo Austin staff as they join us in the arena. And let me share with you a few just minor details about the success of this great volunteer. He has been a dedicated volunteer of the organization for over 30 years, and he currently serves as the vice chairman to the Scholarship and Endowment Committee, who, by the way, over 25 years has awarded over $25 million to the youth of Texas. Now, as a member of the board of directors, this man embodies the Rodeo Austin mission, promoting youth education and preserving Western heritage. In honor tonight of his endless support of the Rodeo Austin mission, please help me in congratulating this year's recipient of the Top Hand Award. And he has no idea that he is the man. Dolphin Jackson is selected for tonight, and he thought he was down there to help present. Well, he's down there for a good reason, and he's receiving a limited edition bronze statue entitled Ready to Work. May I share with you that tonight, to see Dolphin receive his award are his wife, Marilyn, and 2 sons, Drake and Alexander. Please help me in thanking Dolphin Jackson for his leadership and dedication to the Rodeo Austin mission. Congratulations, my friend.
Boy, I'll tell you what, I had a chance to lift that bronze before our performance tonight, and it is a heavy son of a gun. It's a beautiful, beautiful bronze, so congratulations, what an honor. The big boys are coming your way. Here comes the steer wrestlers. Sarah! Farm Credit is proud to bring them to you, and as we do so, they will continue to enhance the quality of life in rural America. Farm Credit, bringing you the big boys, steer wrestling, bulldogging, call it whichever one you want to. It's about wrestling a 400-pound steer onto the ground as quickly as possible. Now, with the format that we have, first time in history this has ever been allowed, all you have to do is beat the guys that are in your performance tonight for advance on to the playoffs, and then the lion's share of the money is the final performance of Rodeo Austin on the 27th. Is that right? I think it is. All right, Clayton Moore. Poughkeepsie, British Columbia starts him off. This is a Canadian champion. 2013, he's already won the title north of the border, and he's finished in the top 20 of our world standings here in the United States as well. There's no borders in the world of rodeo. No 49th parallel whatsoever. You follow the north land in the summertime, follow the good weather, you follow the good rodeos. That's how it works. All right, getting set. Nod, ride. Little help about right now. Good. How about 5 2/10 of a second to start them off? A little replay action shows some good form from Clayton Moore. That's a big old boy right there, ain't it? Yeah, that's a big old boy. I want you to say hello to a friend of mine. He is your funny man, your barrel man, your man in the can who is an award winner in professional rodeo. And he's back again for his second year at Rodeo Austin. It's a pleasure to have him here. Your funny man comes to us from Kansas. His name, Justin Rumford. Hi, buddy.
Do you guys like that right there? Let's hear everybody do that on the count of 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I think that may kind of be my new deal, Wayne.
Justin Schaefer now, Hallsville, Texas. Oh, good. Keep a hold. Keep a hold. Hang on. Hang on. There we go. 9.3. Now, don't knock him out of the running. That 9.3 still can get him back into the playoff position. So, Justin, I've only got 2 words for you tonight.
What's that, buddy?
Ready?
Let's hear it.
Beach Boys.
Beach Boys.
Beach Boys.
You know, I'm telling this is actually a true story. When I was a freshman in high school in Fairfield, Kansas, I sang Kokomo for the talent contest, okay? So it's about to get real up in here for the Beach Boys, all right? You guys feel, let me hear you guys. Let me hear it, yeah. Oh, everybody stop, shut up. Shh, she's on her phone. I'm sorry, ma'am.
Let's try it now with Cody Dollery of
Very
Huntsville,
good.
Texas.
Texting.
Down in the 5s and the 6s, that's where we've seen the lion's share of the money going. How much could you win if you win your respective event at Rodeo Austin? I'll tell you right after this run. Cody Dollery. Nice. Good. Get the nose. Yes. Daryl, I think you'd be good at this. I really do. 8 and 9 total time. How much could you win? Here it is. If you 40% them, you win the round, the playoffs, and the final performance. You're going to work for about 15 seconds in the steer wrestling, okay? How much would you win at Rodeo Austin? $11,000 for 15 seconds worth of work. That's not a bad paycheck. All right, 5 and 2 in the lead right now. Pick them up again with Matt Mousseau from Ontario, Canada. He is number 15th in the world right now. Let's do a quick little demographic survey here tonight before we get any farther, okay? How many folks in this building tonight, by applause, how many folks here are 40 years of age or younger? 40 and younger. Let me hear you. Come on.
It's okay. 40's the new 30, so holler.
All right, let's do an equal opportunity deal here. How many folks in the building 40 years and older and you've never felt better in your life? Where's those people at, huh? Where are you? I didn't see you cheering for either one, Justin. Matt Mousseau. Good. Attaboy. I'll tell you what, Matt is not the biggest guy that you'll see in the steer wrestling by a long shot. He's not that big of a guy, but he is technically correct. He can get a hold of them big steers and stick them onto the ground. What are you doing, Justin?
There's a rule at Rodeo Austin, okay?
What are you doing?
If you are on your phone during the rodeo and I find you, I get to read your Facebook status in the arena. I'm out here taking selfies on her phone right there, okay? And this is legit. You guys can actually look. Everybody see this phone? Here. I don't care what my friends think. I think the rodeo clown is so hot. There's more.
Oh, there's more. Okay.
He looks like a chubby Matthew McConaughey. I'll take that. That is good. Okay? You get your phone back for that. I got moves like Jagger, so I can relate.
Sean Dollery, Caldwell, Texas is pretty serious. You can see the look of determination on his face right now. Boyd's got him caught in the right spot. Keep trying, keep trying. Oh. Finally, 13-0. Listen, if mentally were to play you some dancing music, you're always making these remarks about I've got moves like Jagger.
Yeah.
I'm like Matthew McConaughey. I was a stand-in dancer in the movies. If we were to give you a little bit of a jingle, do you think you could break it down for us tonight?
Dude, it's Wednesday. I'll break it down all day at Rodeo Austin. You guys want to see it?
All right, let's see what you got.
Let's just go right here.
Let's see what you got.
Let's get our hands going, everybody.
Just shoot for the stars. If it feels right, then aim for my heart. If you feel like it, take me away. And
The muscle. I'm gonna walk it off.
Jacob Schaffner, Stephenville, Texas.
All right.
This is the reigning Texas Circuit Champion steer wrestler right here. The way more money you win at the little rodeos, the bigger ones you get invited to. So everybody wants to win their individual circuit, like here in Texas. If you win the circuit title, then you get to move on to the Ram Circuit Finals Rodeo and a shot at $1 million. Come on, Jacob. I hate it when that happens. Now, something I've noticed tonight with this group of fans that are here, we have not let anybody get out of here feeling bad yet. So let's keep up the good work for old Jacob. He's a pretty good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what I've learned this week?
Yeah?
Every performance I've asked, where are all my UT fans at, okay?
Right?
So let's say it one more time. Texas Longhorns, you guys here tonight? But last night I got scolded because I found out we also have a lot of our friends here from A&M. A&M, guys? So I want to make sure to accomplish everybody. What about Texas Tech? Guns up, you guys here? Whoa.
Derek Stewart, San Angelo, Texas. Hey, that 6.1 just moved him into the number 2 spot. That's a pretty good check. That is a pretty good check, but it's not over yet. Just one guy to go. You want to talk about pressure? It's on right now. Cooper Schaffner, Jasper, Texas. You met one of the Schaffner boys just a second ago, Jacob. There's 3 of these Schaffner boys, and for those of you with a little gray in your hair that have been following rodeo for a long time, stepdad Steve Duhon helped these 3 boys learn their skills and learn the rodeo game inside and out. Okay, Justin, give us a little cheer. We need to get a little pumped up right here.
Okay.
Pressure's on.
Let's just get going right here. Everybody. Everybody. No, everybody. If the person beside you ain't clapping, slap them in the face. Here we go. Feel it. Let's make some noise. Say, hey! Keep it going. A little faster. Here we go. We're going to the guy from Texas. Holler! We've got to work on this deal. We're not all together. It's going to take a while to blend the cheering in, okay? Spirit fingers, all right? I used to be a cheerleader, so I can say that. You don't believe me?
I think it worked. I think it's going to work. Cooper
Okay.
Schaffner. Final chance. Yeah. Pull, 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 pull. Yes, sir. 7.3 is going to move him right into that 4th place hole. And that's good because he will automatically advance on into the playoff round with the 7.3 tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to show you that number 1 time, but before we do, 5 and 2. But before we do, how about as our Cowboys make their way out of the arena, we say thank you for coming to Austin, Texas. You know, as we clean up the arena, I want to tell you a couple of things very quickly. Brand new format. We've mentioned it a couple of times tonight. Here's how it works. The first 10 performances, you qualify for the next 4 performances. That's the playoff rounds. Only 2 contestants from the playoffs move into the finals, and that's where the lion's share of the money is. $8,000 to win your event on just the final night. So about 11,000 total if you do everything right. How does this all come about? How does this all happen? Well, if you don't hear anything I tell you all night long, I want you to listen to this one thing. Are you ready? Rodeo Austin is a non-profit organization. We put money in kids' pockets for scholarships for college. That's what we do here. Last year, we gave out $2.5 million to kids all over the state of Texas. Yeah. You've done a community service by being here tonight. You've done that. Every Coke you buy, or every soda pop, every corn dog you buy, every ticket that gets you into the building helps kids go to college. There's one major fundraiser that helps our scholarship program, the youth auction. Friday the 27th at 9 o'clock in the morning at the Bullock Texas State History Museum, downtown Austin. 9 o'clock the 27th. All of the kids that have been showing animals right here will be selling those animals there. So we invite you to come on down, have some fun with us on Friday the 27th. Right now, the fans' favorite is coming your way. Oh, yes. The moms and dads are getting nervous right now. Texas Tough, HEB, with 150 communities all across the state of Texas. We're proud to have you with us. In the dirt, my partner, Hall of Fame rodeo announcer, Barrett's got the action.
Hey, you know, Wayne, we love this part of the rodeo, and I want you to know that me and Rusty Rodeo are going to have it out here in a little while, but Percy Pig's going to help me, so I think we're going to be able to get it done. What we are going to do is let these kids ride sheep tonight, courtesy of our friends from HEB. So I think encouragement for the youngsters might be the first order of business. How many of you would like to see some kids ride sheep tonight? Huh? Woo! All right, we're gonna get to it. Here's the way it works now. There are no special rules. If they make it out of the chute, they're gonna get a score of some kind. And we have all boys tonight except one girl. We'll talk about that later. All right, Braden Playfair from Belton is the first one out. He is a 6-year-old and a rider. Boy, he wouldn't let go, would he? What a sheep ride. 81 points for Braden. That's the highest score we've seen tonight. All right, Cannon Carbonara is from Cairo, Texas. He's 5 years old. Well, he said, you know, I didn't draw real good. I'm hanging on. You know, we have to give him a pretty good score. We couldn't give the sheep much of a score. So the judges say 78 for him. Now, this guy is a dignitary, they tell me. He's from Cedar Park. He's 5 years old. And he said, we have to have his entire name. Wyatt Jack Pickett! $76 points it is on the ride. 76. So we still got an 81 lead then. Grayson Simpson from Georgetown is up next. Well, hey! What? That was pretty big time, wasn't it? I want to make sure it's right from the judges. Did you get that right? Okay. 85 points for Grayson. There is. Zachary Newman will be up next. He's from Round Rock. Anybody here? Good. You know what? That was a pretty good ride. Well, he's not winning it, but he is 79. That's pretty good. Evan Hargraves from Dripping Springs. Listen to those people cheer. Evan told me. Well, Evan, I don't know what the world happened. He told me that he was going to win. 72 points. It is. All right. Kisley Puller, first young lady to ride tonight. Come on, girls. Come on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Don't let go. Keep it up. All right, girls, hang on for 87 points. Boy, I'll tell you what, that's amazing, isn't it? Well, you know what we're going to do? And this was HEB's suggestion. I think it's the right thing to do. We're going to bring all the kiddos out here. We're going to line them up. We're going to put the camera on them. All of their family members and everybody has a chance to see them. So take a look at the big screen. We're going to show you kids right here. That is neat, huh? Okay. Everybody gets a gift pack from HEB. Whole lot of goodies. Mom will love that. Everybody gets a trophy to take home. And we have a special guest here tonight. My friend Ross Scott is here from HEB. Ross, would you come out here and join us, please? So I understand you are a store director, are you not? Huh? We're going to put you on TV.
That's correct.
So where is the HEB store that you direct?
It's located on 183 and 290.
I have been there. That's a great store. So you handle that, huh?
Yes, sir.
I love HEB. All the products that you have, I roam around in there for 2 or 3 hours. They finally have to kick me out.
Anytime you're in, just ask me for assistance if you need it.
Okay, buddy, I'll do it. You know what? You did come bearing gifts, however. You brought a gold and silver belt buckle for our champion, didn't you? Look, we're going to show that on the big screen up there. Everybody see that? Look, isn't that nice? Okay, I got to see who won. I already know who won that. Kisley Fuller, where is she at? Oh, my goodness. Look at you, Kisley. All right, here's what you got to do, babe. You got to turn right around here. You're on television. Now hold your trophy down a little so they can see your face. I want you to give everybody a great big smile. Show them your teeth. Look right at the camera. Isn't that nice? Can you say, I won the rodeo?
I won the rodeo.
You did, didn't you? So, do you go to school yet? Do you go to school?
Yes, sir.
What grade?
Kindergarten.
So, I'll bet you know everything now. Do they have any boys in your class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, only in Texas. There you are, sweetie. Do you know the names of any of the boys?
Yes, sir.
Do you know one maybe better than the others? Is that a hard question? Give me one of the boys' names.
Blake.
Oh, see, there now I got it. All right, I know about this deal. Okay, did you see this buckle? Look right around here, and then we'll put you back on the camera. See that buckle right there? Look here. That is yours if you will give this guy that's got that buckle a big hug around the neck. I'll hold your trophy. Will you give him a hug around the neck? Huh? Sure you will. I thought you might. Here you go, sweetie. I'm going to give this one back to you, too. Is this not a champion here? I'm telling you. That's it. Okay, you got to quit running your bicycle into my motorhome, all right? That's a little inside story there. You know what? I love this event, Wayne. I hope we never change. $500,000 rodeo, and our directors let us do something for the kids. We couldn't do it without HEB.
How about giving all the kids one more big... Well, they all tried hard tonight. That is such a great event. You know, if you haven't figured this out yet, we do like to brag a little bit on what we're able to do with the scholarships and things like that. But we're an all-volunteer organization. I'd like to introduce you to a volunteer. We've stolen this man away from his family for literally thousands of hours. He is the president of Rodeo Austin. If you've had a good time so far, give him a nice hello if you would. Mr. Hap Faubacher is the president. And he has some VIPs joining us tonight. The mayor, we couldn't do what we do without the city of Austin. The mayor of the city of Austin, Steve Adler, and his wife Diane Land are joining us tonight. And listen to this as well. The CEO of the ACO Festival in Western Galilee, Albert Ben, here together with the Executive Director of Austin Sports Commission, Lance Aldridge. Ladies and gentlemen, give them all a nice thank you. Well, we are surrounded by VIPs. I was talking about that format a little earlier. I think this will help you explain it a little bit more.
In the days of the Old West, cowboys gathered together to compete, with the bragging rights going to the best bronc buster. Competitions became known as Ride for the Brand. Rodeo Austin continues today with the Ride for the Brand Cowboy Tournament.
Oh, come with me now. And better than ever, as we get set to head back to the time event end of our arena, it's team roping time, and here come the Cowboys.
Let the Cowboys ride against the wind. Let the Cowboys ride.
It's our only true team event rodeo coming at you right now. Team number one is riding into the box as we speak. Jake Cooper, Mexico. Tyler McKnight of Wells, Texas, is the first team to give it a whirl tonight. Thank you to Aaron Concrete, Lone Star Paving. That's Aaron Cabaza. Thank you for your continued support, bringing us our only true team event rodeo. Think about it. 50% of what happens in this arena lies squarely on the shoulders of your partner. Gotta have a header, gotta have a healer. Here we go. And now it's done. An 8.2-second run is a nice way to kick it off. However, I'm not going to guarantee that will get them back in that top four position, because we have seen some of the best teams that we've ever seen at Rodeo Austin this year.
You know, the arena certainly lends to this being a good contest. Plenty of room to turn that steer to the left, give the heeler a chance to move in there. And you're absolutely right. But on the other hand, we have the very best contestants in the world that are backing in that box every time. And this brother team out of Washington, Texas, is certainly no exception. It is the Phillip boys. This is Shane and John. Shane does the heading, John does the heeling, and that's the way they're lined up right. I think it's interesting to watch that heading horse, especially. When the man makes the catch, the horse already knows the weight of that steer is going to be on that saddle horn, so watch him lean when he turns. Offset the weight. He knows. So they face him off. But you may have noticed roping only one of the two hind legs. If you do slip a leg, as we call it, you take a 5-second penalty for doing that. So a 6-second run moves immediately to an 11 4/10.
All right, let's think about Travis Bounds, Grand Junction, Colorado, and Joe Roderick, Loma, Colorado. There's one of our pro officials. You can always recognize them even from all the way across the arena in the black and white stripes tonight. They're watching the rule book pretty closely as well. Gotta have a rule book, right? Well, we've got it. Be quick, be smooth, and think about it just like as a practice run. Well, total money paid out here at Rodeo Austin this year, $532,000 for the Cowboys and girls. That's what makes us the number 5 rodeo in the country, in professional rodeo. All right, get set. Justin, this looks like an event you could excel at right here. I know you. You're kind of a pickup man. You're kind of a bronc rider. You're kind of a roper. You can do it all.
Miss me. I know you miss me.
Oh, I know it. I know it.
Now you hear all of those sound effects. You hear the good music in the background. That is our good friends Ben and Charlie Bentley. They are two of the finest. They have trigger fingers. They can pick them up in a hurry, and they do. Corey Kidd, the 5th, comes from Statesville, North Carolina. Chase Tryon comes from Montana. Speaking of that, I wonder where in the world these two guys would practice if they lived that far apart. Couldn't do it after supper. Watch it. Getting set. Everything right. All right, right into the corner.
Boy, we were kind of sitting on our hands for that one. No penalties. Everything looks good. 6 seconds puts him in the number 1 spot. Good roping, guys. Good roping. Tyler Waters of Stephenville, Texas. Matt Kasner from Cody, Nebraska. Ready to rock and roll. Here's a little invitation as well. If you'd like to party with the Cowboys, the 100X Club has live music every night immediately following our performance. Great big white tent out here outside the main door of our arena. Everybody's welcome. And if you've got some family at home that'd like to be at Rodeo Austin and can't, we've got live streaming rodeo at rodeoaustin.com. Hey, hey, hey! No penalties and 6.1, number 2 spot.
Hey, you know, I just noticed a couple of dear friends that are here tonight. My good friend, Dr. Charles Graham, is right over here to my far left. Dr. Graham, thank you so much for being here and all the good things you've done for this show. And also, R.C. Slocum, the former head football coach of A&M, is here. How about that? Good for you. Thank you for being here. Boy, you talk about memories. We got them, didn't we?
Tell you what, we're going to stay with some of the top athletes in our game right now with a 2-time champion of the world on the heeling side, Walt Woodard. Kelsey Parchman. Kelsey Parchman from Tennessee on the heading side. Having a little trouble here tonight. Okay, we're kind of coming down to the wire here again in our team roping. So there's your 4 fastest times as of right now. 11.4 is in the 4th place hole, so got to be quicker than that just to get back to the playoffs. But remember this, too. Once we get there, all the scores, all the previous scores, all the previous times are erased when we go to the playoffs and then the final performance.
Oh, I'm on.
You
I'm
in with
on.
that?
I haven't been to this side yet, okay? We think maybe this side could be the more lively side. You guys feeling it over here? That was pretty pathetic, okay? We're in Austin, Texas. We can do better than that. You guys feeling it over here? Everybody. Wow, cool. Got some ladies right there. Awesome. Welcome. Welcome to Austin, where weird meets Western, Wayne.
You better behave. That's all I'm going to say, okay?
I'm very well behaved.
You better behave.
Yep.
Here we go. Joe Galvin Jr. and Ricky Lee on the Heelan side. Yes! Boy, it's getting very tight right now. 6.5 with only one team to go. Can you sing a little Beach Boys song right now, Justin?
I can sing any Beach Boys song you can think of.
Come on, give
I've
us a
got
little.
every song downloaded on my iPhone, okay?
Let's hear a little bit of one. Go ahead.
Okay, do you guys seriously want to hear my favorite Beach Boys song?
Yep.
When I grow up to be a man.
Sorry, folks, we're running a little
Was that
late.
bad? Was that terrible? If that sounded terrible, just raise your hand.
Yeah, right.
That was terrible.
Oh, goodness.
Here is Casey Gaddis and B.J. Duggar. All right. Boy, did that steer set his brakes. What a rotten thing for that steer to do. They had him turn everything right to move into the payoff, and it does not happen. No time it will be. So the leaderboard will show you that Kid and Tryon are going to win it outright tonight. 6 smooth. Top 3 spots in the 6 range, and 8-2 will pick up the final spot. That's the way it is. Team roping comes to a close.
Thanks to Taylor and Jake Butler, the 5th generation of the Butler family, keeping things cleaned up on our arena here each and every night. The classic event rodeo is where we began 100 years ago, coming your way right now. The Longhorn Network is a broadband network bringing you all of UT sports as we go to Cowboy number 1, Dalton Davis from Kansas. It's about bucking horses, and this is a great one called Nickels and Dimes. All right, do me a favor. Everybody, we need to send a little energy into this arena, so slap your hands to the beat of the music. Come on. Come on. Everybody, let's go. Wow. Pretty exciting first crack out of the box tonight. Camper Clinic 2 gives you the instant replays all night long. That was a rough old start, but he made it through to the 8-second whistle and did a pretty good job, too. How about a 77-point ride to start him off? Looks good. 77. Ooh, my.
Second generation, third generation, we talk about it in rodeo because the bloodlines are mighty, mighty strong. I'm talking about Cowboys, and I'm talking about Dawson Jandrew right now. His father, a former top bronc rider, now one of our officials in pro rodeo. National finals history in this family.
Hey,
This
got
young
the
man is a
papers
good
and
one.
the track.
Flash Dance is the horse.
Oh, you don't get
All
no
right,
credit
Dawson,
back.
keep it up.
If you don't spread that kitchen floor,
So you may
you ain't
take
gonna
note,
rock and roll no
even
more.
if you're a novice rodeo fan, you may notice the riding style is so much different here in the bronc riding. Of course, the equipment is a whole lot different. The style of the ride is a fore and aft motion. You can see Dawson doing that right there. Of the horse back to the cantle of the saddle. And a 68 score is the reward tonight. 6-8.
Well, if I only had $10 left in my pocket to bet on a bronc rider, this would be a pretty good bet right here. I'd put it on this guy. Bradley Harder from Louisiana. He's number 10 in the world standings right now at ProRodeo.com. He has yet to win a world championship, but it's coming, I can tell you that. Come on, Bradley. Make some money. Ooh, yeah. Slow down, get him back down. Great ride from Bradley. Bookmark. That can be one of the rankest horses of the night. Scores rolling in now. Take a look, take a look. 80-point ride for Bradley Harder. 80 points.
I love it.
You missed that shot, didn't you? Okay, we'll give you a chance again. You know, we talked about the Mutton Rodeo Company. They are the primary stock contractors of this event. But I can tell you that some of these good horses were invited in by the Butler boys from their good friend Greg Kessler. They own a strong firm located in southern Alberta. And we thank Greg Kessler and his entire company for being here this year. And some of these good horses you're seeing are the ones that you will find in their pen. Now, Dylan Henson, Bloomfield, New Mexico. Dark Shadow. Saw the horse with Ryan McKenzie. He was double ranked. Now, I don't know what the horse is going to do here. And if you don't understand that term, that is a one-word description of a horse that can be extremely hard to ride. Big, athletic bucking horse. All right, let's see what happens here. The big black did it again, too, didn't he? So Henson is the victim tonight. So Old Dark Shadows has claimed 2 of them here at Rodeo Austin.
Well, we talk about luck of the draw quite a little bit. And boy, that left leg right out from under the swells of that saddle. And that's a surefire way of getting onto the ground. Luck of the draw. It's a big deal. Even if it's your very first rodeo, a first-time fan can see a bucking horse or a bull that bucks a little bit better than the other one. Well, you can be the best bronc rider in the world, but if you don't draw the right bucking horse to compete with or bull, there's no way you can win. Down to chute number 4 now, Nick Shinold from Oklahoma and Painted Desert. My partner Hadley was just telling you about this horse a second ago, and we've seen him before, right? We saw this horse a year ago. They won one of the rounds here at Rodeo Austin on the very same horse. Now, am I planting an idea in the judges' heads? Not really. The horse has to buck as good. The cowboy's got to ride as good. If those 2 things don't happen, no way he's going to win. Ready to go. Come on, Nick. Make an ugly face and nod your head. All right, now, go to work. Charge, charge. A totally different style of a bucking horse right there for Nick as we set him back down safely onto the ground. The old horse come around in a circle. He says, I'm a bull. No, I'm a horse. I'm a bull. No, I'm a horse. Okay, he's not sure. He's a little confused. It's all right, 69 points. That puts him up in the top 3 positions tonight. 69. I'll bet we can do better than that. Let's try him again.
It will happen. We have an 80, 77, 69, 68. That's where we're at in the top 4. Now here's a guy that came to our country from his native Australia to go to college. He rodeoed in his homeland. He loved it here in America. He is now a United States citizen. And his name is Sam Spreadborough. Snyder, Texas. That's him right there. Boy, does he ride well. There's a guy, I think he came to the U.S. to go to school at Snyder College, and he elected to stay in the state of Texas. And 80 points tonight will put him right up there alongside Harder for the lead.
Boy, he did do it correctly. Timing is everything. Now, see the big guy with the red little tie on right there and the black hat? That's Benny Butler. That's the stock contractor that we talked about. He's got a rope twisted around that bucking chute. See that? See that black rope? That'll help keep that horse from flipping over backwards and hurting my cowboy. We don't want that to happen. Jade Blackwell from Rapid City, South Dakota. He's got a handful of a horse tonight. Southern Lights. All the way across the arena. Good job, Jade. You're looking good, bud. You're looking good. We just finished in Rapid City a few weeks ago. It's one of our big indoor winter rodeos that kind of kicks off a great year. Hey, it puts him in the top 4. He'll take it tonight. 74 for Jade. 74.
So we are looking at a good bronc riding tonight. And as we talk about these bucking horses and the men and their families that own them and raise them, you know, they are cared for as tenderly as any animal in the world. And you can see by the condition that they're in here in the midwinter or late winter, if you will. Chuck Smith of Keldron, South Dakota will be on one that certainly attests to that. Summer Trip is the horse. Big, slick-haired black, and he's a good one. So it's all about timing. Wayne was talking about that a little bit earlier. You cannot outpower them. If you don't get in time with them, you're just not going to survive. But Chuck gets along good with the horse tonight. That's from our vantage point. Our pro officials have the real story and the decision in their hand. Checking as it is a divided system, and I think we had covered that with you, that half of the score goes to the performance of the cowboy, the other half to the performance of the horse, and we have just surfaced the winner of the bronc riding tonight with an 82-point ride for Chuck. Good. Nice one.
Boy, the Classic Event Rodeo worked out awfully good tonight. We were spoiling you with some of those great rides, and we're glad to do it. And we're going to do it for a lot more nights here as well. How about we talk about our tie-down ropers, and here they come. We mentioned that bracket a little earlier, and we're trying to show it again right here during this part of our performance for the Cowboys. Not so much for the fans, but for the Cowboys, because it's all new. Everybody's trying to understand it. How do I get back? How do I get to the playoffs? How do I get to the final round? There it is right there. First 10 qualify for the next 4. 2 contestants from those playoffs move into the finals.
And you know what's keen about that? If you do make that second level, which is the playoffs, that is still worth $250,000, and you have not even reached the finals yet.
Right.
It's a great format. Big time added money, then that's why we have moved into the top 5. All right, it is time for the tie-down roping. You will enjoy the work of these good horses, as well as the cowboy. Jake Pratt, Ellensburg, Washington. That is the home of another of our top pro rodeos each year. He was in the top 20 a year ago. Would like to come up with a big win here at Rodeo Austin. There you go, Wayne. Put a little pressure. Oh, no. So 9 and 5, as you can see on the running clock. What you could not see is that he left a little too early, broke the barrier. 10-second penalty, 19-5.
I'm sorry, so sorry.
Well, you were online. I saw you. Don't pretend like you weren't doing it. Shopping for boats today, weren't you?
You know, I was. You did catch me doing that,
I
didn't you?
did catch you doing that. Why would you shop for a boat when all you got to do is buy a raffle ticket and you could win that boat up on the big screen right there?
What do you mean buy a raffle ticket? Just don't tell my wife how bought, okay? right after this next run, we're going to tell you how you have a chance on that boat, too. And it's not that difficult, okay? You caught me. Marcus Costa from Childress.
This is a young Brazilian cowboy, 24 years of age, and he is making a run at him. He is making a run at him. Now, I would say that'll certainly hold, but we have a long ways to go here in our tie-down roping before it's all said and done. Hey, we've got a qualified run, and it's a good one. 8.8 for the Brazilian. Marcus, good job, bud. Okay, here's the deal.
There's that good-looking boat again.
It's a $48,000 boat.
I know it.
It's a 2015 Epic 22 SC fishing boat with an Evinrude E-Tech engine.
I know everything about it. I even know the size of the ball, the trailer ball, because it's going to fit my motorhome. But what I haven't told you, and I will, is that event staff is all over the building. They'll kind of raise their hand up, show you they have tickets. It's only $10 a piece. And think of the cause. See there? See the sign right up there? Several of the event staff have them. You know what? You might win a boat, and you do donate to a great cause. Cage Swore, let's win one tonight.
Top 20 in the world again when we talk about the great cowboys in rodeo. But even Tiger Woods misses a putt once in a while. Folks, that's one of the best ropers. Give him a little bit of that Texas hospitality on the way out, if you would. Shoot.
Hey, you know, Wayne?
Yeah?
I would like a do-over from my previous.
You
I'm gonna try to sing one more because I felt like I really let everybody down right there. Okay.
Well,
so
pick another song.
Beach Boys fans, where you at?
Woo!
Okay. So when I start singing this, I want you to sing the second part. Okay. You ready? Around, round, get around. Oh, get around, get around. So that was awesome. See that?
Bradley Bynum, he has got one caught in a hurry from Sterling City, Texas. There it is. 10-3, just as long as he stays there. Do you still have the baby with the ear things over her ears?
I saw that just after you was singing. You know that?
I'm sorry. No. Okay, let me have one more shot,
look,
Hadley.
Look right there. Look on the screen.
I'm sorry. One more song.
Well, are you looking on the screen?
It's not that I'm a bad singer. It's just I'm falsetto, and it just doesn't fit my groove.
You caused that.
All right, Beach Boys fans, song number 2. I'm going to try harder this time. Ba 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 brand. Ba 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 ba. Yes! See, that was better, wasn't it?
I don't know. The earmuffs are still on the child. I know that.
Hold on. So let me. I'm off.
Just forget it.
I'm never going to make it on The Voice, okay? I'm sorry.
That child is listening to a Martina McBride CD.
Let it go. Let it go.
Seth Mahaffey, Sweetwater, Texas. We got to get back in business here now. We're having a little tough luck in the roping. We're going to turn it around here. Boy, do you see him straighten that around? Look at that good horse work on that rope. Boy. Well, that was a pretty smart move. He wanted to tie him faster than that, but slowing up to make sure he had him tied good. You see, the calf has to remain tied. 6-second tie period. That's the inspection period. He's good. 13-7. He is winning second right now with only 2 guys to go. So that was a business move.
Is that kid on the phone?
No, that kid's not on the phone.
Oh, I thought he...
He's probably about the only kid.
Whoops. Hey, buddy.
He was. Let me tell you what, if he wasn't on the phone, he would probably be only one of about 20 in Austin that isn't, right?
Let's try it with Hank Hollenbeck now from Molt, Montana. This is our 2014, the reigning Montana all-around circuit cowboy from the Big Sky Country. One more chance, Justin. After this run, this is your last chance. No help from the audience. You get to sing one all by yourself. This is your last chance to make good.
Okay.
Okay? All the way down to the far end. Good. String them. Any three legs will work. Gets the hands moving quickly with a 12.9, as long as the calf stays tied down. That's the whole key to success right here. I think he will. Clean run, 12.9. Good. Okay. You got the song in your head? You ready?
Which, I don't know what song. Okay, I'm ready. What? Surfing USA? Surfing USA. Here we go. I don't remember how's that start?
I can tell you did not know.
Forget it.
That's forget it is right. Bodie Scott from
How's it go?
Pryor, Montana.
Surfing in the...
Any kind of a reasonable run here will put him in the top 4 now.
Forgot that one. I locked up. I'm shy. For being a fat dude that wears makeup to work, I'm shy. Okay?
Yeah, we all know that. Right. We have got him caught. He doesn't just want to be in the top 4. He wants to be number 1, and he may do it. You know that. So, if the cap will remain tied, Scott just ensured himself a spot in our playoffs with a 9-1, and maybe more importantly, he's going to pick up a sizable check for that run tonight. So the leaderboard looks like this. Costa will win it outright. There are the 4 guys that you will see next week. That is tie-down roping.
Hey, Wayne, just real quick. Let's go surfing now. Everybody's learning how. Come on a safari with me. Come on a safari with... I locked up. I found it. Okay.
Just forget it. Just forget it. You're
I'm
done.
going to wear shorts in the bull riding with no top on, okay? Just
I'll
like
tell
I'm
you
at the
what,
beach.
If you are at breakfast burrito in the state of Texas, there's only one place to get it. All day long, Sonic brings you one of our fan favorite events. They are 65 locations strong all across our beautiful city of Austin, Texas. We're going to give you a look at a brand new Ram Tough truck. It is the newest, the latest, the greatest in engineering, design, and technology. Daryl, you need one of these, okay? 29 miles to the gallon, all right? 29 miles to the gallon. It's a brand new motor called the Eco Diesel. It's a V6 motor. They're getting better mileage than ever before, and it has more torque to the ground than the Hemi. Everybody loves the Hemi because of the power. Listen, the Eco Diesel is doing a great job on behalf of Ram Rodeo, and guess what? We're gonna give one away. Sign up at the Ram display right outside by the Wild West Show tent. Check out the Ram display. Barry Blagg will be there. Casey will be there. Go shake their hands and say hello to them. Sign up to win $45,000 voucher towards your choice of a Chrysler vehicle. Minivan, a Charger, a Challenger, maybe a Ram Tough truck. Whatever you want, it could be yours.
All right, we are coming to the exciting timed event of the ladies' barrel race. Do be aware of the section that you're seated in tonight, because we will show you a designated supersonic section and some gifts that will go to the people that are there. Right now, we want you to cheer them to the timeline when they make the run. Here is the 2012 Resistol Rookie of the Year in the WPR, Emily Eford, Pittsburgh, Texas. All right, you see right up there on the big screen, she has started the run to live action now. In the ball 3 barrels, leave all 3. We want no penalties. We want you to cheer her home. We're good. All right. down to the 100th of a second. 1560 for our opening run. That is a good one. Our leader.
All right, let's go to Whitesboro, Texas. Here comes Caitlin McLeod. I was talking about the contestants having ears and they can hear you. Well, guess what? Those horses have ears too. They can hear you down in that arena. Atta girl, Caitlin. Hey, that looks good. Oh no. You can knock them all around. You just can't knock them down. And there's going to be a little 20 and 25. That was a great time if she had to knock down that barrel.
From the neighboring town to Nashville of Franklin, Tennessee, Jessie Fish will come down the lane next. Now, she, like the majority of these girls that you see, began her riding skills at a very early age. She learned how to handle a barrel horse, how to ride them well, and believe me, that's not an easy task. She has mounted well here in the year of 2015. Nice turn and caught the first barrel. Well, two of them down, and as Wayne had said, well, no. If you knock all three of them, Sonic has a prize. We're not even going to talk about that now. 25-48.
All right, everybody think positive. Here comes Callie Jo Parker. Wendell, Idaho. This is one of the famous families of the rodeo business. It's in the genes. It's in the blood. Mom and dads, cowboys, cowgirls, grandma, grandpa. Gonna carry on. Atta girl. Oh, I thought we were gonna get away with it. And round number 3. Wow, that would have been a smoking fast time. 20 and 13, including the penalty. No more downed barrels.
This is a Colorado girl from Larkspur. Her name is Kim Schultz. And I got a suggestion. Everyone think positive, as Wayne suggested. Let's get the karma right. Don't anyone cheer until she turns the third barrel. Let's see if we can perform a little magic. Now, don't worry, Kim. You do it like you normally do. We'll take care of you. All right, hold your breath, everybody. Give us another one. Good? No? Yes, we're good, Kim. We're okay. We're okay. Here we go.
Round, round,
now.
I get around, I get around, yeah,
Yeah, baby. 15-48, and you thought you didn't make a difference. How about that? That's the lead. Thank you.
Oh boy, it did make a huge difference. She moved all the way to the number 1 spot for tonight so far. It's not over yet. Lizzie Air now, Abilene, Texas. It's all about the turns. You can have a horse that'll run a hole in the wind, but you gotta turn. You gotta make them tight. Atta girl. Good. I think we're gonna do it again here. Yep. All right, everybody on the 1, 2, 3.
We'll have fun, fun, fun till we gotta take some tuber away.
Hey, 1586. That's a good solid third place hole for now.
Now we will return to Texas once again for Kelly Allen from Stephenville. Not the only card holder that rodeos out of Stephenville. It is perhaps the PRCA and WPRA capital of the world when you talk about rodeo. This is an awfully good horse she rides. She elects to go to the left barrel first. That's a choice that they can conduct. So it's 1 left, 2 rights, and clean. Yes. Kelly, we're in there at a 16:03. That is winning 4th place right now.
All right, so you're going to have to be 16:02 or faster to get to the playoffs. Here comes Megan Williams now, Dangerfield, Texas. This is one of the most beautiful horses you'll watch in this arena here tonight. He is purty. Come on, Megan. 16:02 or faster, get you to the playoffs. Atta girl. Come on. Good. Atta girl. Everything's good. Ready? Kick, kick, kick. She made it. 15:55. Wow, that was one of the best barrel racings that we've had all week long. Kim Schultz, she is going to get the recognition for the #1 time of the night. 15.48. You know what? Let me tell you a quick little story, everybody. There's a big old speaker on the back side of this building. All those ladies are cooling their horses off, trying to get unsaddled, take care of business. They can all still hear you inside this building. If you've enjoyed the ladies' part of our how about telling them thanks again from Rodeo Austin?
How about them cats?
What a nice thing for you. How about all of you folks in Section FF? There you are. You've been reading your ticket stubs, haven't you? You are in the Supersonic section tonight, and every one of you will receive free French toast sticks from Sonic. Congratulations. Good for you. Beautiful Ram truck leaves the arena. We are tuning the guitars for the hit song of Rodeo. It goes like this.
Slap your hands together to the beat of the music. Let's get a little energy flowing right now. Come on. Come on. Everybody. Well, I'm sure you recognize the three guys that jumped right into the face of danger. We spent about $1 million to bring you one of the best rodeos in North America. Why would we do that and not bring three of the best cowboy lifesavers we could find in our game? Would you slap your hands together and welcome the Canadian from Alberta, Aaron Ferguson. From Oklahoma, world champion bullfighter Nathan Harp is here. And another world champion from Haskell, Texas, Weston Rutkowski. Welcome, guys.
And we are at shoot number 2 for Ricky Aguiar from Stephenville. This is a bull called the Gatekeeper. Big old rank brindle rodeo looking bull. He's the right kind. This is the kind you need at a major rodeo like this. Now you can see Rhett Butler on the back of that chute trying to help this guy out, trying to get that bull standing where he can get a good start at him. Rhett Butler conducts, probably without any question, the best rodeo bull breeding program in the nation today. He understands them, he has the bloodlines, he knows how to handle them and get them ready for the big show. Got him here tonight. Now Wayne was describing his father Benny handling the head of that horse a little bit earlier. Rhett's doing the same thing with this bull right now. Try to get him standing up where this guy would have a good chance at him.
He is mashing his right leg so hard against the back of that chute he can't even get his leg out right now. He is trying to get him standing just right. You know, we just said hello to our bullfighters a second ago.
Yes.
You may be wondering what it looks like from their point of view. Take a look at this. One of our bullfighters has a camera on his head. Watch this.
Now, here comes Patrick Geipel. Evans, Colorado, and he is down too soon. You know, when we introduced the bullfighters a moment ago, we did not recognize their general manager in the barrel. He is the guy in charge of everything they do every day. He's in charge of their social life, and I'm gonna retract that.
Yeah,
okay?
you better retract that.
I'm gonna leave that alone. All right. Justin, it's good to have you here.
Also known as the brains of the group. Yeah.
That's actually very true. And ladies, these bullfighters are all single and rich. Okay?
Yeah, right.
If you want to know more about any of your Rodeo Austin bullfighters, please go to farmersonly.com and check them out, all right? You don't have to be lonely at Farmers Only.
Ricky, oh boy. Ricky Aguilar coming down off of the Gatekeeper. That is one of the rankest rodeos you'll watch tonight. He's a hard to ride. Rideable. This is kind of the equation, how it comes together with the Butler and Son bulls. They don't ride very many, but when they do, you get paid. Pretty simple.
That is a good thing. But the percentage of success is not nearly as great in this event than others that you have seen tonight. Here's a former world champion from Tooele, Utah, and his name is Sean Proctor. Classic Brindle is another of those brindle bulls. Now, they're kind of multicolored. If we're speaking over your head, we do not do that intentionally. But if you see kind of a tiger stripe, maybe a brown and black, or a dark and light in a striped fashion, that's considered a brindle. All right, Proctor is set to go. Shoot number 4. Maybe this time, maybe not. You know, Wayne, the one thing that we have not done this far at this rodeo, and while we have an opportunity with that bull kind of having everybody hung up right in the gate, there are several volunteers, as we talked about, all over this rodeo grounds, like 1,500 of them. But our rodeo committee, all these guys down here in the white shirts, they do a great job. They are the heroes behind the scenes. It wouldn't look good if they were not there. Would you help us thank them for what they do? They're very, very dedicated. Thanks, guys.
Lots of volunteers. God bless you for being here. Now, to Jordan Hansen, Okotoks, Alberta, Canada. He's got a bull called the Trigger Man. Enough to draw him tonight. This is shoot number 5 where it's going to happen. We need a qualified right now. So if your legs are crossed, uncross them. Maybe stand up and switch positions with the guy sitting next to you. I don't know. We got to do something. Do something. Change the luck somehow. Change the aura in the air a little bit. All right. I'll tell you what, let's try something different. As soon as they crack that gate open, let's start cheering him on right now. What do you say? The Bulls are winning tonight. Sheesh. How many would like to see Justin move that barrel a little bit closer to the bucking chutes?
You guys want to see it?
Need to just a little closer.
You guys want to see me get just a little bit closer? All right, let's get crazy. It's Austin, Texas. Let's get crazy. Here we go.
All right, move it. Here we go.
A little bit closer right there, okay?
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Baby steps. Baby steps.
Bravery is not your long suit.
You
right?
can boo all you want. I've already been paid, okay?
Right. John Jacobs, Little Eagle, South Dakota. A bull called 40 Creek. They won the big rodeo at Coffeyville, Kansas on the bull last year. They don't ride him very much. Maybe tonight. Maybe. Hey, come on. Well, now Now, that may be the best try that we've had tonight. No score again.
The clock at the far end says 4 3/4 of a second. We need to get a little closer to 8. Let's try it with McKinnon Wimberly of Cool, Texas, and a bull called Sunset. We've seen this bull rider win some of the major events in our country, like Fort Worth, Texas, that just got over here a month or so ago. Hey, Ben, how about a little hand clapper? Let's try to change the luck here right now. Get a little rhythm going in our bodies. All right, come on. Come on. Everybody help me. Let's go. This is the second generation bull rider.
You got it. This is a good matchup. You picked the right time to do that, folks. Keep it up. Wimberly and Sunset. There's a good view on the big screen. You can see he's about ready. Get ready and let out a war whoop when the gate opens. Let's see if we can change the karma. So let's do it. Keep it up. Don't quit. Don't quit. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you. Again, we tell you, you may have misjudged your importance. You know that? Look at that. Now, look at the freehand. Look at that body style. That is professional bull riding, and you're going to like this. Look, 82 points.
Sam White from Oklahoma would like to do exactly the same thing. This one is called Price Buster. And if he has the same trip that he has normally, he should step right outside that chute and just turn right back into a real tight spin. What was that song I heard a minute ago? What was that, Ben? Come on, come on, come on.
Turn it up.
Little Camper Clinic 2 shows the replays, making the efforts, and of course, when I told you what the bull's gonna do, he did the opposite. Just when you think you know what they're gonna do, kids and animals will make a liar out of you every time. Now, all 3 of these bullfighters compete all year long in what is also called the Wrangler Freestyle Bullfight Tour. How close can you get without getting hit? How about we load a little Mexican fighting bull, see how good these boys really are. You ready, Austin? Ho, 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 ho! Austin, if you've enjoyed what they've done for us tonight, how about one more big round of applause for the bullfighters?
You know, folks, what a great night at the rodeo, and I'm going to ask about a minute and a half or 2 minutes of your time. You know, the mission of Rodeo Austin is all about young people, But we're looking at the strongest rodeo in the nation so far this year, and it has grown and grown thanks to you. But you know, there are some people that we overlook from time to time, and that may be the youngsters, like this one right here. This little guy is 5 or 6 years old. His name is Slade Stalls, and his daddy is a pickup man, and I want you to meet him. You've watched him all night long tonight. That is Shandon right there. Do you know they are the unsung heroes of what we're all about in rodeo? The men like Shandon and his partners at this and all of pro rodeos. Thank you for doing that. That's cool. Shannon, I just want you to know that this audience and everybody in our game appreciates you for what you do and who you are and the way you handle these bucking horses. They suggested, and I'm talking about this father-son team right here, they suggested that we bring you the bucking horses in their everyday clothes. You see, they don't have any bridles, any restraints, no halters, saddles, anything of that nature. So this is the way that we see them every day. I talked about the men, the women, and their families that raise them and care for them. They have all the respect in the world for them, and so do the cowboys that compete on them. We thought that it was only fitting that you have a chance to see them in that fashion here tonight. This is the first rodeo that I have ever seen conduct that for our audience, and I thank them for doing that. We hope that you enjoyed having a glimpse of them there. And now, thank you, Shannon, for you and all of the pickup men in the world. And now to my little friend Slade. Let me talk about this kid for a moment. He grew up on a bucking horse, and he hasn't grown up very far, as you can see, just yet. But he is here to represent the youth of Rodeo Austin. That is our mission. That's exactly what it's all about. We have talked about the millions of dollars that have been given in scholarships. One of these days, whether it's A&M, UT, or wherever, this young man will want to go to school. And you know what? By what you have done tonight, by buying a ticket, we might have inched him just a little bit closer to his dream. You know what? Thank you for doing that. Now I'm going to ask Slade to bid you good night. Do you think you could do that, buddy? Do you think you could tip your hat to these people? Take your hat off and say thank you. Will you do that, Slade? He said I might not get it back on, okay? There you go. Thanks. I knew you would. Thank you, buddy. You know what? Most of all, thanks to each and every one of you. That, my friends, is Rodeo Austin.